Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. We're gonna go into part five of my palette collection. It's a lot of parts. I had no idea how much eyeshadow I actually have. I have come to the realization that I have a serious problem. I have a serious problem. I probably should go see someone about it. But like we're just now halfway through. I am gonna go a lot quicker. I'm gonna try to be a lot speedier going through the palettes so that these videos are not so boring. Yeah, because it's a lot of eyeshadow. We are done with most of my drugstore stuff though, so now we're moving on to like kind of like mid-grade. Not luxury, because I don't have very much luxury makeup at all, but I do have a lot of just kind of like mid-range. So I figured we would go into BH Cosmetics first and then kind of work our way from there. BH Cosmetics is definitely one of my very favorite brands right now. I love their formula. I love the way their palettes are laid out. They're so nice. I am also coming at you with absolutely no makeup on my face right now. I have nothing on my face. I just got home from a very long day of running errands. I actually got my hair done today, which is kind of why it looks so nice. But I didn't put any makeup on or anything. I'm so tired. But I did want to kind of get a video out for you guys. Yeah. But we're gonna dive right in, and I really just kind of wanted to play. I didn't really want to do any makeup or anything like on my face because I don't know that I'm feeling like that right now, but I did I wanted it on me somewhere, so we're gonna play in some swatches and just kind of paint ourselves with swatches. BH Cosmetics, so they're freaking fantastic. I love BH Cosmetics. I love the brand. I have a lot from them, not like a ton, but I have quite a few of their palettes just because they had some really awesome sales going on recently, and I kind of stocked up, and I really like them. I like the formula. I like the way the palettes are laid out. They're just nice. They're really nice. The first ones we'll talk about are my least favorite. Not to say that that means that they're bad in any way, because they are not. These are just kind of very simple. There's this one. So this one is the Modern Neutrals 28 color eyeshadow palette. That's what the packaging looks like. It is just a very neutral palette. It's cool toned. It's what she looks like. The shadows are actually really pretty. They go on the eye really well. They blend very nicely. These are not the best formula. I feel like this is an old formulation. The new one that they have is a lot better, but these are kind of, they're still pigmented, but they're just a little bit chalky. They're not as pigmented as the new formula is. And yeah, I would say that they're my biggest problem with them is they're just a little bit chalky and not quite as pigmented as the new formulation. Still nice. I think I paid $3 for this palette. I paid $3 for this one, and then I have the blushed neutrals as well. So the packaging on this one is just a little bit different. The top is not see-through, but the layout is very much the same. This actually arrived broken, which is kind of sad, but for a $3 palette, I wasn't super upset about it. I like this one because you've got some blushes up here. You've got this really bright pop of pink in here. Again, it's the same formulation as the last palette. It's kind of chalky. A lot of the shades in here are very similar. It's a blushed neutrals palette, so of course they're all going to be neutrals, but they're just a lot of the same shades. I feel like they just repeated themselves quite a bit. Nice pigmentation, a little tiny bit chalky, but still very easy to work with. This is the bright pink shade, and you think that it's going to be like a bright neon, but it goes on and it's nicely pigmented, but it's still kind of soft. But they do blend really easily. They're nice. $3 a piece. I'm not going to be mad about it. I have used these quite a few times, since I purchased them. The next ones that I got in the same sale. So this is the Twilight. This is the Golden Twilight palette. This is what the packaging looks like. This is the unicarton. This is what the packaging looks like. Really pretty packaging. It's very, very small. I think I paid $3 for this as well. The only thing I have to say is these pans are so tiny. Really pretty neutral color story though. Yeah, it's just a super pretty color story. I do think that this formula is better than the blushed neutrals and the modern neutrals. This is a very shimmer heavy palette, but very pretty, really just like everyday kind of color story. I like the green and brown together. I think green and brown go so pretty together anyway. Really pretty. I'll swatch a couple of these for you. The shimmers are really nice. This is really beautiful, like bluish green shimmer. And then I'll go into the darkest color in the palette. It's kind of hard to swatch these just because the pans are so tiny. It's difficult for me to get my finger in there. But again, pigmentation is really nice. This formula, like I said, is a lot better than the bigger palettes that I have. Really pretty palette. So this was the Golden Twilight. The next one I have is the Digital Future one. I believe I paid $3 or $4 for this one as well. So this is what the unicarton looks like. This is what the actual packaging looks like. It is beautiful. I love the way it's kind of holographic and how the rainbows kind of move. It's really beautiful packaging. Again, super tiny. But this one is it's softer. I think this one is a little bit more feminine. It's kind of pink heavy. Still mostly a neutral palette, but you've got some really pretty pinks in there. This purple is really beautiful. I want to say it's almost kind of like a duochrome. It's really pretty. It is, oh, I just love it. I love it so much. Let's swatch this bright pink one. Y'all have seen brown shades a million times. I'm not going to swatch the brown ones for you. So pretty. Nicely pigmented. Really kind of saturated color. So pretty. That was the Digital Future. Love the packaging. Packaging is A+. And then the last small one like that I have is the Romantic Nomad. I really love this one too. This is what the unicarton looks like. And this is what the packaging looks like. Same thing. And then you open her up. You've got a nice mirror. And then this is what the palette looks like. Again, this is basically a neutral palette. This is a very soft, like the title, like the name of the palette. It's a very romantic palette. It goes on the eye. Very pretty. It's very feminine, very soft. I love it. I will swatch this shade down here for you. It's really pretty shade. I don't believe they have shade names. But it's a beautiful purple. Really pretty, kind of bright, bold purple. I will swatch. Let's do this kind of like brownie burgundy shade here. Really pretty. These two colors look very much the same. I'd say this one's a bit more burgundy and this one's a bit more brown. Let's go into, oh, I love this purple shimmer right here. It's so pretty. It's like a very frosty, kind of like grape lilac color. So pretty. Love this one. I think I paid $3 for this one as well. I use these all the time. They're really nice. They're really light. They feel well made. It's that sturdy cardboard packaging. These would be great for travel. The next one I have is the Opalescent palette. This one is one of my newer purchases. This is a beautiful palette. I used this the other day on a live. So pretty. I came out with this really soft kind of no makeup. It was so pretty. So this is what the unicarton looks like. And then the packaging is stunning. I really love the packaging. Again, this feels really heavy. It feels very substantial. It feels expensive. It feels well made. It's that really sturdy cardboard packaging. I'm all for cardboard packaging. To me, there's nothing wrong with it. You get this really nice big mirror. And then you get, this palette is much, much bigger. I believe I paid $6 or $8 for this palette, but again, it's just a neutral palette. You've got, again, it's very, very similar to the Romantic Nomad, but on a bigger scale. Really pretty, I would say cool toned neutral palette. So pretty. This purple shimmer is so pretty. You could use this as a topper. Again, it's kind of like that frosty purple kind of color, but it's so, so shiny. All of the shadows in here are really, really soft. I'm going to go into this gold shade. Gold shade is bright, super pretty. Their shimmers are always on point. Let's go into this really kind of like royal purple here. This one is a matte. Just do it here. Really beautiful matte purple. Nicely pigmented, very rich. Super pretty. Love this palette. I love the way that it's laid out. I love it so much. Packaging is on point. Again, it feels nice. I really am in love with this palette. I've been feeling the neutrals a lot more here recently, just for my day-to-day. What can I do for you, baby? He was trying to scare me. Y'all would have warned me though, right? The next ones I'm going to talk about are, okay, so let's do the Drop Dead Gorgeous one. So this is the Drop Dead Gorgeous, Little Bit Psycho. This is the smaller one. I believe from the Halloween palette. I got this on sale. I think I paid $8 for this one. I really liked the color story. Packaging for this is pretty cheap. It's not as substantial. It's really, really kind of light. It's not flimsy, but it's very light. It's not as heavy or as well made as the Opalescent palette. But you open it up, again, no mirror, but you have this really beautiful color story. This red is freaking insane. Super pigmented. The formula I feel like is fantastic. Look at that red. Look how saturated that is. And I barely put my hand or my finger into the pan. So saturated, so pretty. The red is absolutely stunning. Let's go into this kind of like purpley shade. This is called Showy. These feel incredibly soft, incredibly buttery. Look how pigmented that is. I mean, I barely touched the pan. Such a beautiful like pinky purple color. The black is so good. It's really deep, dark, rich black. It's not patchy at all. Look at that. Super deep, super dark, super saturated. Let's go into, let's try the yellow. Sometimes yellows are kind of hit and miss. This one is beautiful though. Not as saturated as the red, but still a really, really nice yellow. It shows up on the eye really well. I love this palette. This is a really very nice kind of bright. I think the color story is pretty unique as well. It's kind of like different and out there. I really like it. I have the Solar Flare palette as well. I think I paid $3 or $4 for this palette too. This is what the unicarton looks like. And then this is what the actual packaging looks like. Really pretty. Again, this feels nice and heavy, very substantial. You open her up, you have a nice sized mirror, and then you've got all these really beautiful baked shimmery eyeshadows. This is just a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. These shadows are so pigmented and so metallic. Look, just like one stripe, high impact, just absolutely freaking insane. I am so happy I got my hands on this palette. I wanted it, and it finally went on sale, and I was like, yes, we are here for it. I did want to show you this purple though. I thought this purple was insane. It's just this super rich, deep, metallic purple. Oh, so pretty. And they're so pigmented. Sometimes shimmers are kind of like, you know, you get a lot of nice shimmer, but not really much color payoff. These are so, so nice. I love this palette. I really could make, I know I like to say that I don't like to do all shimmer looks, but I could do an all shimmer look because they're so pigmented with this palette so, so easily. It wouldn't be nothing. I have a couple of the travel palettes. I have the Paris palette. Oh, such a beautiful palette. This is like, the amount of contrast and depth in this palette is really just so pretty. The reds in here are stunning. The blues and the purples are just gorgeous. This kind of like dark like blueberry color is, oh, this silver is insane. I'm going to swatch the silver for you because it just looks like melted metal. Is that not just absolutely gorgeous? And it looks like that on the eye. Really, you don't need much. Like, these shadows kind of just do it for you. This is called the Louvre. It's just a beautiful shimmery kind of like white pearl color. So, so pretty. I did want to show you this really dark, like greeny blueberry color. Look how deep and rich that is. Look how pigmented it is. So beautiful. This formula is on point. I'll show you this really beautiful, like kind of sky electric blue. So pretty. The color story for this palette is insane. So, so pretty. Highly recommend this one. This was the Paris palette. I then have the Tokyo palette. This one is just a really bright rainbow palette. I haven't even opened it yet. It's brand new. I haven't opened it yet. And I'll need scissors to get it open. But the formula is very much like the Hanging in Hawaii. The colors are just beautiful. I just loved the way they put this together. It is very much a rainbow palette, but it is right up my alley and so, so, so pretty. The next one I have is the Hanging in Hawaii. Again, this is a neutrals palette. My son picked this one out for me. You have a nice sized mirror. And then down here, you've got a really beautiful kind of like, I want to say cool toned palette, but maybe cool leaning, neutral leaning, warm. I'm not sure, but it's a very pretty palette. You've got a couple of really pretty shimmers in here, and then a lot of really beautiful mattes. It's so pretty. The formula is just insane. The pigmentation is on point. It is so beautiful. They all work so well with each other. The shimmers in here are really, really nice. That's a really beautiful, like, pinky shimmer. So, so pretty. I love this palette. If you're into cool tone neutrals, this is the palette for you. It is stunning. The next two I have are some of the food themed ones. I have the Mimosa. I was just in love with this color story. Again, nice sized mirror. And then the packaging. First of all, let's talk about the packaging. Packaging is absolutely adorable. I love the color of the packaging. I like the font they used. I like it that it's like shiny and multicolored. It kind of gives you a glimpse as to what the shades inside look like. Really, really pretty. And then you open her up and the color story looks like this. Beautiful formula, beautiful pigmentation. So, so pretty. This is kind of like my go-to pink palette at the moment. I just love it so, so much. The shimmers in here are gorgeous. The mattes are insane. This is the shade Pomegranate. Beautifully pigmented. It's just kind of like a really beautiful dusty rose color. And then you've got this Salute color, which is kind of like this pinky purple, kind of like Barbie color. So pretty. The shimmers in here, this is called Pop. Just so pigmented, so shiny. Got really beautiful gold reflex in there. Just absolutely 100% worth having in your collection. This is the shade Bubbles. It's a really beautiful pinky champagne color. So, so pretty. 100. A+++ on this one. The last BH Cosmetics palette that I have is the Avocado Toast. This is what the unicorn looks like. So cute. So pretty. This is what the packaging looks like. Nice and bright. Again, same font as the Mimosa. But you've got kind of, and again, a little sneak peek into what the shadows inside look like. It's just pretty to look at. It's visually appealing. Again, nice sized mirror. And then you've got all of your really beautiful kind of like grungy greens in here. So pretty. I actually haven't even touched this palette yet, so we will discover it together. I'm gonna have to get a makeup wipe because these shadows like to stick around. I am not upset about that in the slightest. They're gonna stick like that on my arm without eyeshadow primer. They're gonna do even better on my eye. So not upset about it at all. There's just, I get such a satisfaction from sitting here just kind of playing and swatching. It really just gets you excited to play with the eyeshadows. It's so much fun. It's so much fun, and I really do enjoy it. Okay, so Avocado Toast palette. This is what she looks like, very deep, grungy. Let's go into Avocado Toast. Look at that beautiful avocado green. Isn't she pretty? Oh my goodness gracious. Next one we're gonna dip into, let's do green juice. Let's do this one right here, this really pretty shimmer. Oh, that's beautiful. Nicely pigmented, super shiny, really catches the light. Let's go into, let's try this really rich, deep brown here. This is called Pit. Oh, fully saturated color, not patchy at all. Really kind of beautiful. I love this. It's got kind of like a rust undertone. Even these three colors together are so pretty. Let's do one of the neutrals in here. Let's do Pink Salt. I feel like that would go really pretty with these colors. Yeah, that's pretty. That's almost my skin tone, so I'm hoping my camera picks it up. But that's just a really pretty matte color. Yeah, again, I like the ratio of shimmers to mattes in this palette. It's such a pretty palette. I'm so excited to play with it. So excited. So that was all of my BH Cosmetics palettes. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any of them. Let me know, yeah. Let me know which one you think I should try next or first or whatever. Just let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. The next ones I want to talk about are, these are my favorites. This is my absolute favorite eyeshadow brand right now. These are Moira Cosmetics. I actually just discovered them. They had a sale going on for Christmas in July. And they're actually pretty expensive. They're like $20 palettes. I know that's not very expensive, but it's kind of expensive for me. I don't spend that much on makeup. But they had almost like a 50% off sale going on. So I got 4 palettes and immediately fell in love. I immediately fell in love. So this is what the unicarton looks like. This is the Sweet Delights Sweet Series palette. So this is just the Sweet Delights one. Really beautiful packaging. It's embossed. It's raised. Like the filigree is raised, so it's just really beautiful. It looks high-end. It feels high-end. This is the packaging. It's nice and thick. It really feels like you're about to pick up a box of chocolates. And then when you open it up, not only does it feel like look like a box of chocolates, but you've got like the chocolate wrapper in here, you know, like you would get in a box of chocolates. It's just such a beautiful touch. And then this is what the palette looks like. You've got a nice sized mirror, and then you have the prettiest pastel palette. It's just so beautiful. I have played with this multiple times already. I am so in love with it. I have never played with a pastel palette before that was pigmented like this is pigmented. I have to show you for you to believe it, but just the most beautiful soft. Okay, the formula is velvety smooth, super. It manages to be soft and pastel without being see-through. I don't know how to explain it other than it's just amazing. There's the most beautiful, soft, velvety. They're not even buttery. They're velvety smooth. They're the smoothest eyeshadows I've ever used in my life. They are absolutely just stunning. This bright green down here, it's called Take a Moment, and this just kind of blew my mind. When I used it, it was so pigmented. It is just a absolutely stunning pastel palette. If you can catch them on sale, I truly, truly suggest that you pick a couple palettes up. They are so, so worth it. So I have the Sweet Delights palette, and then I have one more in the Sweet series. I have the Always on My Mind palette. This one was, I saw and I had to have. Again, same packaging, really beautiful chocolate box theme. Open it up, and again, you have a really pretty mirror, and then you've got your wrapper in here, and then this is your color story. So beautiful. Just a really beautiful neutral warm toned palette, but her shimmers are so extraordinary. They are so, so pretty. Look how pigmented that is. I played with these and I just kind of lost my mind. And not only are they extremely pigmented, but they blend themselves. They are so, so beautiful. The tones she picks in here are just stunning. There's little sweets embossed on the pans. Look at that shimmer. Just completely pigmented. Just so, so, so beautiful. I really cannot rave about these enough. They are absolutely some of my favorites, period. I absolutely love these. The last two Moira Cosmetics ones I have, this is the Happy to See You palette. Again, this is just like a rosy toned neutral palette. You've got a nice sized mirror here, and then you've got a really beautiful rosy toned neutral palette. This is right up my alley. This is perfect for me for every day. They're just buttery smooth, super soft, really pigmented, very easy to use. And I love the tones she picked. Just a beautiful, beautiful palette. And there's a shimmer. So pigmented, so buttery. Oh, I love them. I cannot rave about these palettes enough. I will show you the last one. The last one I have is from the Juice Press series. This is the Oh My Peelings. This is another orange toned palette. This one is, again, nice sized mirror. But look how bright. I mean, it really looks like... It's so pretty. It is so pretty. I love these. And then I love how you've got your transition shades here, but she gave you nice big pans for them because, you know, transition shades always get gone the quickest. It's really just absolutely beautiful. I really have to show you this blood orange shade. It is almost neon. And it just goes on so beautifully, so pigmented. Just kind of like high impact. So, so pretty. Just look at those. I do want to show you this yellow one though. It's kind of like a mustard color. So beautiful, so beautifully pigmented. I absolutely love these so, so much. The minute I tried it, they became my absolute favorite shadows. That was the Oh My Peelings palette. That is it for this particular video. So we went through BH Cosmetics and Moira. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, a fantastic evening, wherever you are. I hope that you are happy and safe, and I just hope you're doing okay. Guys, I love you so, so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important.